Hey guys, it's Quickly again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the CandyROM version 3 for the OnePlus 3, so stay tuned for that. So guys, the CandyROM is now, if I'm not mistaken, it's been around for some time, even with previous versions of Android in Lollipop, in Marshmallow, and it's been a pretty elusive ROM for me at least. I wanted to try it out. I have tried it out in the previous iterations also, and there was nothing too special about the ROM, apart from the fact that this was a very capable ROM. It does work out very well. It's a normal ROM. So let's get started now. First of all, this is, as from the forum post, it is based on AOSP and CAF. So you do have that. So you can see CandyROM, about Candy. So there is a changelog section. It does work out really well. It is based on 7.1.1, which is the latest and greatest for now. And the security patches is March 5, so that is the latest version. Now, as you can see, this is Candy OnePlus 3 beta version 3.0 official for the OnePlus 3, so that is there. Now, kernel shows Slim, and this does have a lot of stuff taken from Slim ROM, so maybe kernel is also something out of that. Also in the model it says Slim OnePlus 3, which is kind of different. SLN status is enforcing, so that does mean that FP calls does not work, and some applications does not work, so that is a thing. Apart from that, everything is normal in here. This ROM is not as feature rich or feature heavy as something like AOSP Extended or, God forbid, Resurrection Remix, but it does have a decent repertoire of features. So let's get started on that now. In the extra options in Candy Cane is where most of the features are. So power menu options are available with the animations, and the background dim, all that is available. Advanced reboot can be customized from here. Also, it does have on-the-go mode and with an on-the-go alpha mode. Yeah, as I've said, there is on-the-go mode and with on-the-go alpha, and do not put it in 100. That is something which I understood with this one. So you can see with on-the-go mode enabled, you can see the background a little bit better. So if you are looking at your screen and walking on the streets, this will kind of make sense. Not sure, but it is available, so yeah. Apart from that, there is extended desktop mode. Lock screen options are available even with weather, but I have never been able to get the weather on the lock screen, so I'm not sure if that is even a feature which is working. I couldn't get it working, but I'm pretty sure that is maybe because of location stuff. So yeah, tap on lock screen battery icon or battery information can be there. Status bar options does have a lot of options like clock settings, all of that is available. Battery stuff is customizable, even with the custom battery symbol, charging symbol with flash or tilde, that is something which is available. Traffic indicators, quick setting panel is there, and there is a lot of things which can go on with this. Now, there is quick setting tile, and it can be up to 8. That is the small quick setting tile, which is this one. This can be up to 8, but the other quick setting tile is only doable up to 6, which is kind of sad, and that's kind of a mismatch in my opinion, because I would have liked to have this layout with the columns having with the columns in this portrait mode having 7, and the quick setting small tiles also having 7. That is my ideal configuration. I guess that was a missed stone, so yeah, that is something which I thought was hilarious. Apart from that, there is customization. You can enable or disable the edit icon and all these icons in here, so that is something else. If you want to check out all the features here, I will be linking in the description below, which is my features guide for Android custom ROM, so that is there. Double tap to sleep is available, all that is available. Now, navigation bar is available where you have fling and smart bar settings. Also, pie control are available, which is pretty cool. Button setting. In the button setting, you do have all the options which is normally found in a AUSP based ROM. It doesn't have keyboard cursor control, which is another thing which I would have liked to have, but hey, it's not there. Back button, home button, and overview button is customizable, and that is the AUSP style customizations. In the miscellaneous option, you do have screenshot customization. You can have drag selection or the full on screenshot, so that is also available. Reset menu, there is a AUSP reset menu. Also, Omni switch, which is more feature rich. So you do have that. So that is it in the extra settings option. Apart from that display option, you do have ambient display options. Night light is available. It doesn't have live view because it is not a Lineage ROM. There is density options. Dashboard conditions can be customized. Also substratum is there and full OMS support is available, which is pretty cool. Light settings are available for battery, which is 4 levels of light, and I actually really like that. Notification lights and all that is available. Nothing special in this regard. There is OnePlus DOS, which is pickup, pocket and hand wave sensors for the active display. Also screen off gestures does have a lot more options than the normal one. Arrow down, you can even have a custom application selected for these stuff. So that is really cool, and I really appreciate that one because this is something which I really like. Notification slider does work out, so that is really cool, and it is pretty nice. Now out of the box, the home, the recent and back buttons are swapped. So you might have to use this button to swap it back to normal OnePlus configuration. So that is there. And yeah, apart from that, there isn't much about this ROM. I guess we start with the grading now. First of all, features. As I've already said and I've already shown you guys, it does have enough of a features to keep you entertained, and the status bar options are available, traffic indicators are available, and these are some of my essential features for a custom ROM, and they are available. But it's nowhere as near feature rich as something like a USB extended or Resurrection Remix or even Hexagon ROM, I guess. It's not really that much of a feature rich ROM. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10 because there are more features available in other ROMs, which is pretty cool. So yeah. Now comes the battery life. For me, the battery life, as you can see the curve, it was all over the place, and the use per hour was about 840 with all the nuances in between. So at most I got a screen on time of about 4 hours and about 12 minutes, which is not bad. It is almost as comparable to the AOSP extended ROM, and in that regard the standby time was also pretty good and mostly similar to AOSP extended. I guess AOSP and CAF based ROMs have a very good battery life in both standby and screen on time, so that's cool. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, which is normally available with AOSP ROMs. Now performance also, as you would see a trend in this, the performance score which I received is about 145,000, which is 144,795, which is again a normal score of well, what you get with an AOSP CAF ROM. So again, nothing special here, but again a 7 out of 10 is in order. Also, stability wise, as I've already said, FP calls does not work because SE Linux status is enforcing. IRCTC app also did not work for me, which is another issue which I have been having with this. So that is another issue. Apart from that, everything normally works with AOSP ROM. It doesn't have anything against it, but at the same time, it doesn't have anything for it either. So again, a 7 out of 10 for the stability of it. Now comes camera. I did have issues with the camera of this stock ROM. I'm not entirely sure if I can replicate it right now. As you can see, background and all that is not what I would say is normal. So there is an issue there. But I didn't really have any FC issues with it, only visual graphical glitches. But Oxygen Cam does work out. I didn't have any issues with it. These are a few photographs which I took. It is decent. It's not as comparable to an Oxygen OS fully, but yeah, again a normal result with an AOSP or CAF ROM. So again, 7 out of 10 it is. Now comes the unique features. It doesn't really have any unique features, so let's just skip that. And aesthetics. Now it is, as you would expect, a normal ROM with a material design. So nothing special going on here, and that's not a bad thing, but it isn't really interesting either. It is a boring theme right now, at least for me. But there is Substratum, which is a saving grace, so at least it gets a 7 out of 10. So yeah. Now comes the overall experience. I didn't really have much issues with this ROM in regard to the experience of it. One thing which I did have is with the security lock screen. Now, so it does have an option of quick unlock, but the quick unlock is linked to only 4-digit keys, and I use a 6-digit key, so I cannot just use quick unlock. And that is an issue which I found with other ROMs previously, and that does eat my head off. And if I enable, and it's not that I cannot enable this, I can enable this, and if I'm ever asked to enter the PIN, I just cannot enter the pin. That is an issue which I have been facing with many ROMs. Let me just show you guys now. Okay, this is right now here. So let's see. I can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I cannot enter my other half of password. That is an issue which I have found in this ROM, and that is pretty bad. So I'm gonna give it an overall experience score of 6.5 because of that issue, and that is a really egregious issue. So yeah, I guess that much should be it about the ROM. Right now I cannot get back into ROM until I go to team in recovery and delete my lock screen info, which is also an option available. But in the meanwhile, I'll just wrap up the review then. This is a normal ROM, and I think you got that idea from me reading about that. It is just a normal ROM, and honestly saying, it is kind of boring. It doesn't appeal to me a lot. It is a good ROM. It doesn't have anything against it, but then again, it doesn't have anything going for it either. So I wouldn't really use this ROM, but I can see a lot of people using this ROM because it is an easy ROM. It is a normal ROM. It does work out very well. It doesn't have any issues apart from the one which I said, which is not an issue per se. It does say only to choose 4-digit pin codes, but hey, that's just another thing. So yeah, the overall score is going to be 7 out of 10, which is a normal score for a custom ROM, which is just normal. So yeah, I guess that much should be it about this ROM then. Hope you guys liked the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.